Hi Talk to Me Tuesdayers, it's Liza. It is Tuesday, October the 20th, the day before Marty McFly and Doc go back to the future. Just random nerdiness there. I have quite a few crafts to show you guys. A few of them have already been mailed out to friends and family, primarily because things like a baby blanket that I had planned to make before the baby was even born a year ago just went out to a baby who is now 6 months old. So yeah, I kind of pushed that one through a little bit. But I'm going to insert a picture of the completed quilt top. I didn't take a picture of it once I finished it. I finished quilting it, washed it, and immediately put it in a box and mailed it the same day, so it didn't even occur to me to take a picture of it. But I'll insert a picture of the finished quilt top. And hopefully I'm going to have a picture of the baby with that quilt top, because I love those types of pictures. I'll hopefully have a picture of that soon, but it has been received and they absolutely love it. And with that, there's a little inside joke. Some of you guys remember I collect rubber duckies. I believe I've talked about that in several Talk to Me Tuesdays. My bathroom was decorated in rubber ducks. I have probably close to about 300 actual rubber ducks now, which, by the way, packing them up in Denver was quite the challenge. But I'm sure you can hear my kitty running around. But this particular individual who had the baby, she is one of the people who this rubber duck thing started with. So because it was her son that I was sending this blanket for, I made them a rubber duck Christmas stocking. Yes, a rubber duck Christmas stocking. I found the perfect rubber duck fabric, and I was planning on adding a Christmas stocking in the first place. I actually was planning on including this Christmas stocking with the Peanuts characters, the Christmas Peanuts characters in it. And I was intending on mailing this stocking. As a matter of fact, I had it sitting in the box, and before I mailed that out, I happened to, Joann's was having a huge fabric sale, happened to go to Joann's, I saw the rubber duck fabric, and I went, nope, the box is going to wait another hour and a half for me to make a rubber duck stocking and put it in instead of the peanut stocking. So I actually made that rubber duck stocking and sent it because she's one of the reasons the whole rubber duck thing started with me. But anywho, that's a really long story that's not really important. I just made that rubber duck stocking for them and sent that with the quilt. She absolutely loved that, thought it was hilarious. Don't know if her son will actually use that for his stocking, but I thought it'd just be fun. Just a fun thing to send along anyways. This other stocking that I showed you with the peanuts is not going to go to waste. This one is actually going in another package that I'm hopefully mailing off either today or tomorrow that will be headed back to Denver. I have a friend in Denver who just had a baby about a month ago, and so I whipped up a really quick baby blanket for her. This is strips. This was a jelly roll that I got of flannel fabrics. I got this jelly roll at Joann's ages ago because I have a Joann's addiction. I got it at Joann's ages ago. It's been waiting for the project that I was going to use it on. I didn't know what project, but it was like on sale or on clearance or something, and I liked the jelly roll, and being the wonderful quilter that I am, I hoard fabric. So I was saving this for the perfect project, decided to use it for this one because winter this year in Colorado is apparently going to be very cold. So I thought flannel would be perfect for her. So I just made a really quick jelly roll strip quilt. It's not a real large quilt. It is quite literally a crib quilt, but decided that I was gonna just do, I think it's called a jelly roll race, jelly roll jam. Basically you sew all the strips together and then you take end to end, put them together, sew them together, cut the end to end, sew it together, cut the end to end, sew it together, cut the end, until you get the size quilt that you want. So I don't know if it's called a jelly roll jam, jelly roll race, I saw it somewhere and I don't remember anymore. I remembered the concept, I just don't remember the name. And so I whipped it up one night in maybe about 2 hours. I put the quilt top together, and then the next day I quilted it and bound it, and now it's ready to go. Just did a really easy white binding around it, just a white cotton binding. The back is a piece of solid green flannel that I just had in my stash, because I am desperately trying to get rid of my fabric that is sitting in boxes in a storage unit right now, because I don't want that fabric to get ruined, so I need to start using it. Rather than having it sit in a box in a storage unit where it's gonna freeze again, and unfortunately there are bugs and other various critters that live in my storage unit, which doesn't make me very happy, but what can you do? So the stocking that I made and that quilt will probably be going out in the next day or two to their new home in Denver for that new baby. I found this really amazing fabric. It's kind of a flocked, glitter flocked fabric of poinsettias, or poinsettias. I don't know how to say it. I'm sure I'm probably mispronouncing it. I don't know. That red flower you see a lot of around the holidays. So my mother would know how to say it because she loves them, but I don't. I'm not as talented. But I found this amazing fabric that I really loved. I had enough that I could lay it out and just make a very simple tree skirt. So that's all this is that fabric. I had some red linen fabric that I backed it and bound it with. And basically, I folded the fabric into fourths and then cut a circle out of it that was about 20 inches, I think it was. Cut the center out of it, quilted it all together, trimmed it up, bound it, and that was that. So it went together really quickly, and it's really nice. I like that fabric. The only problem is it's glitter, which is now everywhere. But I made another tree skirt after I finished that one, and this tree skirt is actually going to a friend of mine in Wales. I don't know if I've talked about her before, but she recently married. She went to Oxford University in England for her graduate degrees, for her master's and her PhD. And while in Oxford, she met a man who was also working on his master's and doctorate, who was from Wales. After, I think it was 9 years they've known each other now. 8 or 9 years, they finally got married. And I remember going and visiting them when they were both still at Oxford. And I remember coming back with pictures of she and this man and myself from that day that I visited them. And I remember our mutual friends saying, "Who's that guy?" And I remember telling them it's the man she's going to end up marrying. Now, at the time, she was engaged to another man, and everybody was like, "Oh, no." Sure enough, in April, they got married. But they've been living together and engaged for some time now. They just finally married. But they've been engaged for some time now. Last year, she commissioned me to make a tree skirt for them about November of last year. I apologized and said, I'll be glad to make it for you, but it's not going to make it to you by the holidays. All of that. She was coming back home to America for the holidays. He was staying in Wales with his family for the holidays. So they were going to be apart for the holidays. And she said, "You know what? You can't finish it. No big deal. How about I pay you for it now so you can get the fabric, because you told me fabrics change every year and I want to be sure I get that fabric because I really liked it." And she said, "So I'm going to pay you for it now, but how about we don't get it until next year?" Sure, fine. This was all before I knew I was moving back to Kentucky. So I finally found the fabric the other day in my boxes in my storage unit, went, oh my gosh, if they want that to decorate for the holidays this year, because of shipping times, I need to get it finished now. So this weekend, actually, I spent the entire weekend making this tree skirt. Been sending them pictures. They love it, which is great. But this is what it turned out to be. Again, it's very simple. I did the same type of thing. This central fabric with the deer was the fabric they really loved. So I really wanted to showcase this fabric. And so I basically cut a circle out of this fabric, and then I have what's called a 10-degree ruler that I was able to use to cut out these pieces with the correct angle that they went together and were able to fit around this circle properly, which was a royal pain in my butt because I kept getting my math wrong and how many pieces I needed. So that turned out to be a bigger challenge than I thought it was going to be, but it finally got done. My biggest issue was I needed to cut out 2 more pieces because I did my math wrong, and I kept trying to make it work without those 2 pieces, not knowing I was missing 2 pieces. So that was ultimately the problem, was user error, not the ruler's error. But I was able to alternate this green hollyberry and red kind of snowflake pattern down here at the bottom that I thought was kind of fun. It's from the same line, Moda's 25th and Pine line. I bound it in the green fabric just so it would be a nice little contrast there. The back is kind of this gold snowflake pattern. And with this one, unlike the other tree skirt I showed you, I did do a tie to the back. They wanted some kind of closure in the back. So I just made some ties and put them into the binding there, and that seemed to work out really well. So this is going to go out to them. I haven't washed it yet, so it still needs washed to get that nice quilt feel to it. Also to get my quilting lines that I drew on there off. Because believe it or not, doing straight line quilting on something that is circular is not as easy as you'd think it would be. So I have to wash my quilt lines off. And while I'm doing that, I have some leftover fabric from this project. And so what I'm going to do with the leftover fabric is make them some matching stockings that they don't know they're going to get yet. So I hope they're not watching this video. Elizabeth, if you were watching this video, sorry, I just spoiled the surprise. So I've also been making lots of cards. Cards are easy to make in the limited space that I have right now. Unlike sewing, this is the kitchen table. I do have to clean it off for dinner every night. So cards are a little bit easier to clean up, and it's only one small little corner of the kitchen table, whereas when I quilt, it's the entire kitchen table. So I've been doing a lot more cards recently. This year I decided I was going to try to use some of those ornaments that they sell in the stores as on the cards to make a card that then could be not only a card but a gift for that person as well. So for instance, I only mail out cards to people like friends and cousins and things, and sometimes I would like to give them a gift as well, and I might send them like a $10 gift card or something, but I wanted to do something a little bit different this year. People really responded to this idea when I posted it on my business page on Facebook, so I decided to make a whole lot of them. But I made these cards that have the ornaments on them, and then you can take the ornaments off and still have a lovely holiday card. So these are rather simple, but here is this one, and that central piece there is the ornament, and then they can take the ornament off, and it's just a nice foil card for the holidays. And then there are these that have the little snowflake ornament on them. And these I made in sets of 3 because of the cost of the ornaments. I normally only charge $2 per card. So if you buy a set of cards, normally it works out to be $1.75 a card instead of $2 because I'll take a little bit off because you're buying them in a set. Because of the cost of the ornaments, I had to raise these up to $3 per card, which I didn't like. So I made them smaller sets, hoping that that would kind of offset the cost. Normally my sets of cards are 5 or higher. These are sets of 3. So these are going to be $9 to $10 as opposed to $15 to $16. So that just seemed a little bit easier, and I don't think people are going to want to send these out just as their major cards for the year that they send to everybody. They're only going to choose select people to send these to. So I don't think people need as many of these as well, which is why I chose to do it this way. The other nice thing about these is if you wanted to, you could take these ornaments off because they are on reusable tape. And so you could take these off, write a message on the back of the ornament, and then reattach it to the card so that you not only have the message that you put inside the card for the family, but you can put on there, Merry Christmas, love, Liza, Christmas 2015. And that way they remember when they put it on their tree, oh yeah, that's who gave that to me that year. So I thought that was a cute little thing you could do too. So I have these, and then I have, as all of the cards go flying down, I have these, and I decided with these I was going to do some burlap on the back of these. So the rest of the ones with the card, with the ornaments on them, I'm going to show you have the burlap on them. The reason those don't is because it's the foil paper on it. These have the burlap instead of the foil. I don't know, I was just trying different things. So I have those. And then, all right, I'm just picking up the stack. I'm going to go through these as fast as possible for you guys. These are the metal ones. There's that one, and here's another metal one. And then there's this one. I'm trying to go through these quick because I have so many cards here. I don't want to take up all of the time in my video showing you guys cards. So I have this one. And then there's these. Like I said, I made a lot of these. They're all in sets of 3. There's these. And there's these. So that's all of the ones that I had that have ornaments. I then found these little painted wooden pieces that I thought, as I was looking at them, because of their cost, I thought I would really like to do something with those. You know, if you have a younger person that you're mailing this to instead of an adult, because those all seem very adult and classic. If there's a younger person you want to send these to. So I have these 2 sets of 4 that are little magnets. And so I have that. And so that little reindeer is actually a magnet on the back. And then I have, wait, that one. Yeah, little guy. So both of those are magnets as opposed to the ornaments, just to kind of be a little different. And then I have my traditional cards as well that I'm going to be selling that are just the normal holiday cards. So there's these guys. This is a set of 3. And then, do you want to say hi? Are you jumping up here to say hi? My kitty's jumping up. My kitty Luna's jumping up. I have this set of 5, and I absolutely love these. I watercolored the truck that's on there, so each one's just a little bit different. But I absolutely love these. I actually had 6 of these and was going to do a set of 6, and then I saw it and went, no, my grandfather would absolutely love this card. So I pulled one of them out, and now it's a set of 5 because one of them is being sent to my grandfather. So that is his Christmas card this year. So my grandfather's a little old school, so I thought that would be perfect for him. And then I have this set of 5. These are watercolored as well. I'm going to take the envelope out. But these are watercolored with a nice little felt snowflake on there. But the backgrounds are watercolored. And they're using this really cool watercolor called Brusho. That's a powder that you shake on and then you spray water on top and it gives you this really cool effect. And the really cool thing about these, they're gift card holders. So there's a nice little pocket to stick a gift card in, and then you can mail it and you're all set. So there's that one, and I'm going to show you guys these. These just have the envelopes in the back. They're all these like 5x5 cards. But I just want you to see the different colors of this Brusho watercolor. So they're pretty vibrant, and I really like them, and I've been playing with them a lot. I'm enjoying them and enjoying playing with them and seeing what comes out of it. Couple more cards. Sorry, guys. So, told you, I've been in massive card making mode. So, I have... set those down so I have enough hands. I have these that use the Brusho as well. I just put a snowflake on top of them. It's a flat snowflake that I embossed on there. So I have these cards as well. And it says, wishing you peace and love at Christmas. And these are just plain cards. These are not the gift card holders like the other ones are. And then I have a massive set of 8 cards that look like that. They all have slightly different snowflakes on them, but these are just plain cards. And then on the inside, it says, wishing you and your family a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, in that nice little subway print pattern that's kind of popular right now. So this is a massive set of 8 cards that are just kind of plain. Just for the more traditional card stuff, I have a set of 4 of these rather religious ones that I really like. I like that Mary and Joseph and the baby right there. So I've got those. Almost there, guys. My sister has some really cute holiday stamps, and we've been doing some stamping. We've been doing some card making because she does it as well together. And so she has these really cute stamps that I thought I had to use. So I have Feliz Navidad, the little sheep knitting there. And then Bah Humbug. So the sheep are a set of 4. I've got 2 of each of those. And then she also has this cute one that says, Yeti, it's cold outside with a Yeti. So my sister's very much into the puns. So I was using her very punny stamps there. And then I made these that I think I'm going to end up using as my own holiday cards on like top of gifts and such. But it's a little snow globe that says Merry Christmas inside of it. And then I have a little snow globe that has 2 little snowmen in it. So this is a set of 6 that I'm probably going to stick on top of cards or on top of gifts for friends and family, and use these for that as like my gift tags this year. So believe it or not, guys, I think that is all I have for you. I know that was a lot, in particular, a lot of cards. So if you guys aren't into paper crafting, I'm really sorry I kind of bored you with that stuff. But hopefully you enjoyed the sewing stuff that I did. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm like gonna be doing a lot of stuff with the holidays and all of that, so I'm sure you guys will see more stuff and see more of me as time goes on and work permits and all of that fun stuff. But everybody, hope you're being very crafty, and I will see you guys soon, talk to you soon, and I can't wait to see what everybody else has done. Bye! Kitty cameo. Say hi, Luna.